Hello, I'm Aditya. Thanks for being here. Here we examine ideas from different angles, including the uncomfortable, the unpopular, and sometimes the contrarian. Not to be difficult, but to be honest. Because the best ideas are not the ones that sound good at first, they're the ones that still hold up after real scrutiny. Let's get started.
Today is the second episode on our series on meditation. This is the practical how to do it stuff. Before we begin, one warning. If you already have a meditation routine that genuinely helps you, ignore this episode and continue your practice. Seriously, if what you're doing is working, if it brings steadiness, clarity, or discipline, there is no prize for letting a podcast interrupt it. This episode is for everyone else. People who feel intimidated by meditation culture, people who think they are bad at it, people who have been sold too much mystique and not enough practicality. So let's simplify this properly without dumbing it down. At its most basic, meditation is a practice of observing the mind, not controlling it, not decorating it, not forcing it into silence, just observing it. That sounds simple, and it is simple, but simple does not mean easy. And this is where it helps to be honest from the start. Meditation may not bring many things which you have been promised, like peace of mind. In fact, it may bring more agitation. Not because something has gone wrong, but because you are finally paying attention the right way. The mind is doing what it was already doing, you are just seeing it more clearly. That matters because a lot of people quit too early. They assume that if they are not feeling calm, they are failing. No. Calm may happen, it may not. The first requirement is not calm. The first requirement is observation. Meditation is not a guaranteed tranquility machine. It is not instant relief, and it is definitely not a performance. You do not need a special room, a special cushion, a retreat center, background flutes, or a suspiciously expensive app. And yes, for legal and spiritual reasons, we should clarify wearing Lululemon is not mandatory. The mind has never once said, I was ready to be observed, but the fabric blend was wrong. If comfortable clothing helps, fine. If quiet corner helps, also fine. Optional back support is not a problem. The problem is when the support becomes theater and the theater replaces the practice. The easiest way to make meditation accessible is to remove the unnecessary drama. Number 1, make it short. This is the most important practical instruction in this episode. Do not meditate for more than 5 minutes at a time. Do not do it more than twice a day. That is the dosage. This is not because 5 minutes is sacred. It is because beginners routinely overdo this, then get frustrated, then announce to themselves that meditation does not work. So keep it small enough that you will actually do it, small enough that you do not turn it into a project. Meditation is not improved by unnecessary ambition. Number 2. Make it ordinary. Sit in a chair. Sit on the edge of your bed. Sit in your parked car before going inside. You do not need ideal conditions. You need a few minutes and a willingness to remain still. If the setup is too elaborate, most people will stop before they start. Number 3. Keep the method plain. So here's the practice. Sit comfortably. Close your eyes or lower your gaze. Notice your breathing. Do not try to improve the breath. When thoughts arise, notice them, then return to observing. That is enough. No need to chase a special state. No need to grade the session afterwards like an exam. You sat, you noticed, you returned. That counts. During even a short practice, you may notice restlessness, planning for future, mental noise, replaying conversations, irritation, boredom, the sudden conviction that this is all a waste of time. All normal. Again, meditation does not always make the mind feel better in the moment. Sometimes it simply shows what is already there. That is not failure. That is the work. A useful rule here is this: do not dramatize calm and do not dramatize agitation. Both can happen. Neither needs a speak. Why the dosage matters? The dosage matters because more is not automatically better. 5 minutes is long enough to begin observing. It is short enough that most people can repeat it without resentment. That matters more than intensity. One of the easiest ways to ruin a useful practice is to treat it like a moral test. Then people push too hard, tire themselves, blame themselves, and begin reacting to the practice itself. So keep the rule simple: maximum 5 minutes, maximum twice a day, consistency over heroics. That is not weakness, that is intelligent pacing. Although we'll cover this relationship between yoga and meditation in a later episode, for now one brief clarification. There is a real connection between yoga and meditation. But what is commonly marketed as yoga today often has very little to do with contemplative yoga practice. The circus performance version, flexibility theater, body display, lifestyle branding, coordinated poses for social media, that is not meditation. It may be athletic, it may be impressive, it may even be useful in its own lane. But it is not the same thing as learning to observe the mind. We will discuss this real relationship later. For now, it is enough to say popular yoga performance and meditation are not interchangeable. So here's a final reality check. Let's keep the ambition modest and the expectation clean. Meditation is not there to make you feel spiritual. It is not there to make you look disciplined. It is not there to give you a personality upgrade. It is a small, structured act of noticing. That is all. And that is already a lot. If you practice in that spirit, access becomes easier because now you are no longer trying to become the kind of person who meditates. You are just doing a short practice on purpose without drama, which is refreshing. So the essentials are these. Meditation is primarily about observing the mind. It may not produce peace. It may reveal agitation. That is not failure. Dosage is critical. No more than 5 minutes at a time. No more than twice a day. No costume, no props, no spiritual branding required. And no Lululemon is still not compulsory. Start small. Keep it plain. Do not perform it. Do not overbuild it. Just sit, observe, and stop before you turn it into a hobby project.